Hello, this is Tony Heller from RealClimateScience.com. Hillary Clinton says that survival of the climate depends on Joe Biden winning the election in November. A Trump election win could add 4 billion tons to U.S. emissions by 2030. And she provided this chart projecting that U.S. CO2 emissions would decline under Trump, but they would decline even faster under Biden. Interesting political theory, but data doesn't provide any evidence to back up her claims. For the last 50 years, atmospheric CO2 has been increasing exponentially, and it doesn't make any difference which party's in the White House. Atmospheric CO2 rises at the same rate whether Democrats are in power or whether Republicans are in power. Last year under Biden, the rate of increase of atmospheric CO2 was a record high level. The reality is that Asia controls the amount of CO2 in the atmosphere. North America, Europe, and the rest of the continents could literally disappear off the map, and the amounts of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere would continue to increase due to emissions from Asia. It's easy for Hillary to sell her snake oil because Westerners are used to the idea that they control the universe. But that's no longer the case, and it's difficult for bigoted Western leftists to accept. 4 years ago, Scientific American pulled exactly the same scam. They said Joe Biden was following the science and his green energy plans were going to create 2 million jobs for U.S. workers. And this is the same scam which Biden and Obama pulled 16 years ago. In 2008, Obama and Biden promised 5 million green new jobs by investing $150 billion, and they ended up delivering less than 5,000. The cost of their green energy program ended up being somewhere around $50 million per job. Essentially, all of the green energy companies which Obama and Biden financed ended up failing, most notably Solyndra, which lost $500 million. It's a familiar pattern where politicians funnel taxpayer money into the pockets of their donors, get their kickbacks, and then we never hear anything about them again. Dishonesty is at the core of Democratic Party politics. 50 years ago, Hillary Clinton was on the Watergate Committee, and her supervisor, Jerry Zeifman, didn't have much good to say about her. Zeifman said she was a liar, she was an unethical, dishonest lawyer. She conspired to violate the Constitution, the rules of the House, the rules of the committee, and the rules of confidentiality. Hillary Clinton, her White House staff, and office in particular were used to solicit and receive campaign money illegally. Dishonesty seems to be at the core of Democratic Party politics. In 1988, Joe Biden had to withdraw from the presidential campaign because of his lies and plagiarism.
Senator Joseph Biden dropped out of the hunt today, saying the disclosures about his plagiarism in law school and his exaggerations about his academic record made it impossible for him to continue.
I do it with incredible reluctance, and it makes me angry. I'm angry with myself for having been put myself in the position of having to make this choice.
The Delaware Democrat is the second candidate to be forced from the race by questions of character and integrity.
Both Hillary Clinton and Joe Biden went on later to become the party's nominee. They successfully proved that they had no character or integrity, which made them the perfect candidates for the Democratic Party. Toto has been pulling back the curtain on these crooks for the past 16 years. You can visit him and his family on the web at RealClimateScience.com.